If you were about to start a new job, would you say no to an extra $10, $20, or $30,000 a year? Probably not. But here's the weird thing. A whole lot of people do say no only because they don't ask or even try to negotiate their salary. They just get a job offer and they accept exactly what's given to them. So if you want to be paid more now and in the future for the rest of your career, let's talk negotiation strategies and dive in. Hey there, my name is Jeff Perry, leadership and career development expert, author of The Intentional Engineer and The Intentional Career Guide to Professional Networking. And today we're talking about negotiations. Here's the thing. If you don't negotiate, you are leaving all sorts of money and opportunity on the table. And it's not just about money. You can negotiate all sorts of other factors about your job or other things across your life. Life kind of is a negotiation. And we could get into a whole thing about that. But let's talk specifically about career and salary negotiations. Think about the impact of not negotiating. In fact, if you don't negotiate, the impact on your lifetime earnings could be in the not just hundreds of thousands, but the millions of dollars over the course of your career. It's a huge deal by not negotiating in the beginning, not negotiating each salary increase or promotions or in all sorts of different things. It's a huge deal. Please, please, please make sure you negotiate. Because when you don't negotiate, you're not even seeing what's possible. Love the old quote from Wayne Gretzky, Hall of Fame hockey player, says, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So I think about that in terms of negotiations all the time, saying, well, let's just ask and see what's possible. All right, so if you're convinced that you want to negotiate, now how do we do that effectively? Step one is know the market value. And so there are all sorts of tools online that you can do to do some research. There's levels.fyi, there's glassdoor, there's salary.com. There's all sorts of tools you can look up to understand what do these roles pay and the types of companies you're looking at in your area or region, because that does have an effect. And so put all these into play and get a key range, and you want to target the top of that range as much as possible for your level of experience and the roles that you're shooting for. Second, frame the ask of what you're negotiating for. Do that with confidence, come backed up with data, and make sure that you use that data in an effective way. In fact, when you present actual numbers, negotiation research actually suggests that we want to use much more specific numbers. So instead of using nice round numbers, well, I'm looking for something from $90,000 to $100,000, you might say, actually, the market data for the role that we're talking about here shows that I'd probably be shooting for somewhere between $93,700 and $101,600, right? Using much more specific data. Now, I just made those numbers up, but you wouldn't be, because you'd be looking at real data, right? And using that more specific data actually showcases to them that you're much more confident and backed up in what you're sharing. Okay, step three, there's likely to be counteroffers. And that's fine. We expect that. We expect that in the negotiation process. And so if you go a little bit higher and they try and go a little bit lower and back and forth, expect maybe around maximum of 2 rounds of negotiation in most cases for salary negotiations. But even if they come back higher after you've tried to negotiate and made a counter offer, and then they suggest, okay, we'll go a little bit higher, or maybe negotiate time off or other benefits and things that you care about, which you can negotiate those things as well, then try one more time if you feel comfortable with that. And maybe even if you don't feel comfortable with that, that's fine too. I'm okay with a little bit of discomfort. So again, come with confidence, come armed with data, and share why you feel like you justify a little bit something more or different than what they offered. And for what we want to be looking for is give and take. If you are going to compromise on something, see if you can really get into the mind of the person that you're negotiating with and understand the things that are most important to them. It might not just be the salary number. Maybe there's other things that they really care about in bringing you on and helping you to be successful. And if you're going to give something, you might want to give something that's lower on your list, but higher on their list, and vice versa. So then it becomes a real win-win. If we are compromising, we're compromising in ways that actually get us both meeting more towards the things that we care about. And that can be bonuses, remote work, and flexibility, other professional development areas. So maybe they can't go in one area, but maybe they can go and give something else that's really important to you. We'll see if you can do that. Okay, so next time you get some sort of opportunity to negotiate, then please do it. And you might just practice the little moments. Go to a flea market and see if you negotiate something. Even go to the market store, go to the butcher shop and say, hey, you are selling this, but this is the end of the day. Or go to the bakery, this is the end of the day. You're selling your donuts for $1 a piece. Well, you're just going to throw all these away. I'll take, a dozen for $3 and see what they say, right? You never know. They might say yes. And so find other ways throughout your life to find negotiations, and it'll help you grow your skills when it comes to doing that in the career context. So thanks so much for being here. I hope this is helpful for you. And please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel so you can be notified when new videos come out. We're always sharing great content to help you grow your career with intention. And make sure to see us on the next video and share this with others. And if you need any more specific help, you might consider joining one of my intensive programs like the Engineering Career Accelerator. We'd love to see you in a program like that. Make sure to reach out and let me know if you want to connect there. Thanks so much.